All right, welcome to Aggressive Tendencies, our adult D&D campaign. I'm Phil. I will be GMing today. I've been doing it for 2 years, so I absolutely know what I'm doing. And we'll do the introductions in an order that makes sense to me. So, Trish.
Hi, I'm Trish, and I'm playing Aramanthia, who is a Dragonborn monk.
And Catherine.
Hello, I'm Catherine. I'm playing Ocarist, who is a fire genasi sorcerer that is under the impression that they are a bard.
Yep. And Catherine is brought to you today by technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties and Cheetos!
Spencer.
Oh, push to talk. Yes, Yanti, Oath of the Ancients, Paladin.
Named
Sticky icky snakes. Oh, seriously, as in like, seriously?
Yep. And
True story though,
yeah.
one of the random character generators was one letter off of "Oh really, Karen?" So I was like, seriously? I'm like, that's the name I'm gonna use.
Yep. That's amazing. And second last but not least, Carissa.
Hi, I'm Carissa. I play Heelzebub, who is Tia's half-brother, and I am a tiefling warlock healer sort kind of thing. Yes. Today's snacks are actually my wonderful bowl of ramen with corn and asparagus with some homemade pulled pork.
Ooh.
We are not sponsored by anybody, but we would accept sponsorship offers.
Especially from homemade ramen. Our last player is Steve. He's not here because he got a new dog. And
Is he coming, or he's just like straight up not here?
I don't know. I know he's playing with his dog right now.
Well, that's what he says he's doing. We don't really know.
We're not sure. He is not brought to you by having too many dogs. Or, I don't know. If you ask him, probably the right
There's
amount.
no such thing as too many dogs.
All right. So last time we got together, the party hit level 5 and followed their Kenku rogue out into the middle of nowhere in the mountains and found some kind of strange sort of nautiloid creature that was like seemed to be some type of vehicle. On the creature, they found a flesh golem and some mind flayers and fought them. And they discovered that the mind flayers had collected some magic items, and they found a bunch of laser weapons. So we pick back up. Let me just get on the right page here. It's the first time I've given out laser guns in a D&D campaign. So we pick back up as the party is leaving the nautiloid.
It's kind of funny you say that, and it brings to mind a joke. A joke I will share. How warm is the inside of a tauntaun?
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm?
Lukewarm.
I love it.
Ice, wind, hail, pew pew, lasers. It just came to mind.
Yep. Hey, I'm always here for a Star Wars joke. All right. So, as you guys are leaving the spaceship, I would like you please to place yourselves on the southern end of the map next to the bonfire that Ocarist has kindly laid out for you. And I need...
There's a bonfire?
Yeah, at the southern end of the map.
Yeah, we can't see it.
You should.
I saw it after I dragged my token off the map.
There we go.
This looks familiar.
Yes, I may reuse some of my winter maps because winter maps are,
A challenge to come across.
yeah.
And to be fair, everything kind of looks the same in winter.
Was that all these white people look the same? A little bit, especially when they're freezing. All right. So
Do we
as you,
log out with a rest?
I don't believe so. Did you guys rest on the spaceship?
I have a hit dice marker marked.
You have which marked?
I have a hit dice marker marked. I think we had a short rest.
Okay, so let's go with you had a short rest. If you want to use hit dice, feel free.
I have short session, explode an alien airship, short rest.
So yes, if you want to use any hit dice, feel free. Um, as you guys are leaving the Nautiloid, the um, the sky lights up with aurora borealis. It's sort of the brightest time of day, which lets you feel like it's probably Oriel up there blocking the next sunrise. And amidst all of that, you see in the distance coming towards you guys a mound of snow that seems to be moving towards you.
Like an avalanche background.
Um, like a large, like an incredibly tiny avalanche that is avalanching across flat ground. It's in the valley here with you guys.
Fun.
Hmm.
Well, something's coming towards us,
Mhm.
and I don't think it looks happy.
So as this thing is coming towards you, I'll take initiative rolls, please.
I'm gonna stay near the fire.
I forgot to click on me. Oh, maybe I didn't.
No, looks like you guys all did it good. All right. This mound of snow is coming from the north, and it is headed towards you guys.
If we have time, I'd like to pop my arms out.
You have time. We'll pop your arms out on your turn here. And
I was asking about if I could pop my arms up before we started
sure.
fighting.
Okay, I need you out, and then I can pop out the creature. There we go. All right, I got initiative. And let's go descending. All right. Tia, you have your arms popped out, and there is a mound of snow heading um, south towards you guys from the northern end of this map. What would you like to do?
I think I need to hold my action till this thing gets closer.
Okay,
No, I could try one of these new rifle things, right?
you can try, yeah.
We're not proficient with them yet.
No. Um, Dripper figured out how to fire them and is going to teach you guys once you have some time to rest.
So I don't know how to use it at
So
all.
I don't think you know how to use it yet.
Never mind. I will wait. Hold and attack.
Okay. So you brace yourself. You're holding an attack for.
For something to get within range.
Okay. So if something comes towards you, you will hit it. All right. Syl, what are you doing?
Take the dodge action.
Okay. You get ready to spring to the side in case something happens. Do a couple practice dodge rolls.
focusing on defense for this round.
Okay. Heals.
I changed my push to talk button so it helps to use the right one. I am going to. It's moving, isn't it?
It is moving, yeah. It seems to be moving alarmingly quickly as well.
I'm going to hold a mind sliver until it gets within range.
Okay. All right. And Okarist, what are you up to?
Okay, so I am going to lean down, carefully pick up a little rock, and a short one or a long one. Either way, it's a big fling.
All right. Dex save. You fling a rock at this thing, and it bounces off of the snow that it's burrowing through.
Rude!
And the mound of snow travels from where you can barely see it to just about here. It's a mound of snow. It doesn't look like any specific kind of creature yet. And Tia, it is your turn.
So this thing is under the snow?
It appears to be burrowing through the snow in your general direction.
Trying to figure out if it's direct or being drawn by the fire or movement. I think I'm just going to hold an attack in case this thing is violent.
All right. So you hold an attack again. Syl?
Sticking by the fire, sticking by the rock, maintaining the dodge.
Okay. Prepared for the eventual emergence of this creature. Heals.
Yes. I will still hold my. I'm going to change it to an Eldritch Blast when it gets in range.
All right. You prepare an Eldritch Blast. Okarist.
I'm going to prepare a one of my new spell, but I'm not going to toss it yet.
Okay. So you're preparing it for when you can actually see the creature?
Jawohl. But while I'm here, I'm going to inspire Syl.
Okay.
Question: I should have asked, how far away is it with, what range is it from me?
It's about 45.
Then it's within range because my Eldritch Blast is 120 feet.
Okay. You can give it a shot. Or you want to wait until
Or
it pops out?
until it pops up.
Okay. Oh, that's Okarist. It's 55 from heals. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the creature continues to burrow in your direction. And then it emerges from the snow, and it's this large, sort of tank-like creature with an enormous mouth. And it, as it comes out of the ground, it leaps up into the air and comes down basically on top of Tia. Tia, make your attack as this thing lands on you, and then I'll tell you what's happening as a result of the leap. whoosh, you land a really solid hit with your glaive, and then the creature lands. I need you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice.
I am more dexterous.
Okay. So as this thing lands, you do a quick roll to the side to get out from underneath it. The ground sort of shakes and buckles around you, and you take half of this and are not knocked prone. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional 6 points of slashing damage. Okay, so
Tell me that again.
7 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of slashing damage. So 13 points total as this thing lands basically on you, trying to crush you and rend you. And you manage to safely roll out of the way. All right, who else was holding things? Let's do Heals's Eldritch Blasts.
Awesome.
And at this point, you have
I
2 of them, right?
do. And I'm still holding my one.
Mhm. First one flies past it, missing completely. You land the center mass on the creature, blowing one of its plates off. This thing appears to be quite heavily armored for um, uh, any of the creatures that you've encountered so far. Okay, and Okris, you were holding something as well.
Yes, I was before Amanda tried to kill me with Cheetos. Shatter with unseen force, your ears catch a sound, but it's not from your drums. We're working on excellent poetry.
Sorry, I'm just rearranging the map there. Shatter.
I roll my eyes. Like, wow.
Con save. Rolled a 12. Did not save.
Do I need to roll one?
I'm imagining she positioned it so it didn't hit you.
I did, yes. And Carissa, just wait until you see what I've got for Thunderwave.
All right, 15
Wow.
points of damage. All right, you guys are doing some pretty decent damage to this thing. And that is its turn. Tia, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to do what I know best, and that's I'm going to hit it with my glaive, and then I'm going to hit it with my arms, and again with a key point to make it
Re-
stunning.
Remember that you're level 5 now, so you do get 2 hits with your glaive.
I do. Thank you. Oh, I also get stunning strike.
You can. You determine that after you hit.
After I hit? Okay.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can spend a key point and attempt a stunning strike.
Oh, there's a melee weapon.
Okay, that hits.
So, but it costs a key point?
Yeah. Costs a key point, and then it's got to do a con save or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
It's pretty big. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see how it works.
Okay, mark off a key point. I'll roll a con save against your save is 16.
Yeah.
Okay. It rolls a 23.
All right. Never mind. And then flurry of blows. So another key point.
You still have your second glaive attack.
Oh yes. Sorry. Wait.
Okay, the second glaive attack strikes true, and then you can flurry of blows. So you strike twice beautifully with your glaive, and then come underneath and smash it in one of its joints with a fist. And as you swing to follow that up quickly, your second attack misses. Syl, your turn.
All right. Take a couple swings with the warhammer.
All right, and yeah, you do have 2 of them now because you are level 5. First hit is true. You deal 11 damage. Second hit is almost as pretty, and you deal another 10. Creature is looking pretty wounded at this point. Anything else you're doing?
No, sir.
Okay. Heals, your turn.
Looking at this thing, trying to decimate my sister. As much as I kind of get a tickle out of that. Well, growing up an only child and all, now I have to share.
It's hard.
It is. I will do another Eldritch Blast.
Beautiful. First of the beams of your Eldritch Blast flies past this thing. Missing.
Frustrated, I do it again.
Second one works beautifully. This creature is looking like it is on its last legs. Heals this turn. Heals, do you want to move at all?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
I like where I'm at.
Oakrist. Yes, please.
I know it didn't work great last time, but I'm a really big fan of this one.
Catapult. Dex save. All right. Describe how your rock grows and kills this thing. Thank you.
How it grows and kills this thing. Hear this sort of eerie whistling noise, which you can't quite place. And then from the sky, all of a sudden, this giant rock just sort of plummets down and lands with a very distinct and vaguely unsettling sploit sound in the skull. And I go, haha, just in time. Which is funnier if, Phil, you read the private message that I sent you, then you will giggle as to why just in time. But anyways, there we go.
Just in time. Yep. Okay. All right. That fight was worth 360 XP. I lied. That fight was worth 450 XP. Yeah.
You don't mind it when you lie.
Yep. I forgot that that Dripper wasn't around right now. No, not the other one. This one. Does that look right to everybody? Beautiful. All right, let's clear the turn order. All right, as you guys finish your...
I'm going to step away from this thing with a giant boulder on its head that came close to hitting me, like slowly back up, like, okay. Head back to the fire.
Okay.
I look at my brother and I'm like, are you bad? Is it awful? Yeah, you're okay. You're fine.
I'm good. It's
Just
alright.
rub some dirt in it.
Pretty much what I start doing. Grab some snow, some dirty snow, and start rubbing it in. The ice will reduce the swelling.
All right, So you guys finish that, and you can see quite clearly the tracks you left coming in this direction. And following them up and out of the valley isn't a problem if you guys wanted to head back to where you were.
I don't see us. Is there anything else we need to be doing here? I think we're good. I think we
The
should
only
know.
reason for being here was to follow Dripper, and I think that that's all dealt with.
Oh, and while Dripper was on the ship, he found a piece of the ship that he broke, and he tells you that he doesn't feel like he needs to come here anymore.
Okay.
There was a psychic beacon that was calling to him, and he shut it off. So the trip back to Dugan's Hold takes you the 2 days it took to get out here. Surprisingly, the trip back is fairly uneventful. And as you get back to Dugan's Hole, where are you guys headed?
Oh, it's a good question. We've been pretty much everywhere now.
There's one town you haven't been to called Easthaven. And before you guys left, you left a bunch of stuff in a storage room that you had purchased here.
Yes, we should probably go and pick up that stuff.
Okay, just give me 2 seconds and I'll show you what you find in your storage room.
It was stuff we weren't able to tote with us across the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Hang on. Let's just go here. Okay. As you come into town, you head to your storage room and you discover this. The storage room is empty, other than the sole occupant who's standing in the center of it.
Isn't he an employee?
He does. He works for you guys. You recognize him as the zombie butler that you guys had left in charge of the Wanderers'
Rest.
Rest.
Sanhar, why are you here? And where's our stuff?
Oh, I moved your stuff.
Where is it?
Follow me. And he steps outside the door, and closes the door. And as he opens the door, instead of the storage room that you see what looks like the common room at the Wanderer's Rest. And he walks into the Wanderer's Rest.
Like
I
the
suspect
real?
Joseph might have had something to do with this. just, I'm thinking aloud here. Am I correct, Sanhar?
Sanhar looks back over his shoulder at you guys and he says, Yes, come in.
So we can
I follow.
teleport through property we own? What's going on here?
That seems to be the case. As you guys enter, you find yourselves back in the Wanderer's Rest. And the materials that you had left apparently have been stored in your rooms. And seated at the bar. Oh, I probably have a mini for her. Just bear with me. And seated at the bar is a diminutive creature that you have not met before. Um, a halfling who somehow gives off an aura of intense power.
Curious.
Mhm.
What does this halfling look like?
I'll let Trish describe what the halfling looks like because she's over here.
Is that who I think it is?
It is who you think it is.
All right. So, has Heels and I had interactions with Nave before?
I
I would have my patron.
Yeah.
So Heels would recognize Nave. I don't know if you would, but you can describe the character well because you played her for a year and a half. So
Yeah, but I also got the Iron Stone from.
oh right, so yeah, you probably would have met her.
Maybe not as a god so much as just as a friend of um, Lethanon's and
Hmm.
everyone's, my mom's and everything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
this might be her avatar, may not be her in her full splendor.
All right, so she's a halfling. You can make me describe her.
Hmm. Do you remember?
It's been a while.
I think I can do it.
Sure.
Dun-dun-dun.
He's a 3.5 foot tall halfling, kind of on the stout side, long brown hair, but she always wears like ice blue robes and she's got blue butterflies around her and she's really quite beautiful to look at right now.
And as you enter the bar, uh, she welcomes you, and the strangest thing about her is she doesn't appear to be entirely present. So it looks like she's seated on the bar stool, but you can see through her. And she says, "I've been trying to reach you for some time. Um, Something strange is happening in this area, and I don't seem to have direct access to this realm. I can't exert my full power here, um, and I could use some help. Uh, I have a feeling that that a close friend of mine has been taken here somehow, and I would like to see her rescued."
Nave, are you talking about our mom? Because Trim is missing.
Trim is missing, and as far as I can tell, this is the last place that I can check. I've checked everywhere else.
Well, we had come to try and find her, so we're on that case.
Mhm. I do need to apologize. I may have had something to do with your appearing here. I don't have a lot of direct power, but I was able uh, to influence matters so that you came here. It looks like you've been doing fairly well for yourselves, and I would like to present a boon to you, um, should you decide to continue on um, in dealing with matters here.
Yes?
Serious business.
So,
I will I will always take a boon from my patron.
so the air around her glows incredibly brightly. The butterflies grow to about twice the size as they flitter throughout the room, and the whole room sort of fills with them. And eventually, the light just gets too bright. You have to close your eyes, and as you close your eyes, um, she vanishes. The room returns to normal, and you guys have uh, access to a boon. Um, and I believe we talked about this a little while back. Do you guys know what you're taking? You
Let me
can.
go and refresh.
Your
I don't remember this at
option-
all. Was I dealing with the kids at the time?
Maybe.
It's
I
been
also don't remember this.
it's been like a month.
Chapter 7 of the DMG. Anybody's got one handy?
And I think
We all
it's
do.
yeah. So it you can have a stat boost, or you can replicate. What's the exact wording, Spencer?
Exact wording on what?
Of the wording for the boon.
Oh, it's called Epic Boons. It's in Chapter 7 of the DMG.
I think.
Extraordinary, powerful, and represent the gradual transformation of a character into something resembling a demigod.
I think this is the one from Tasha's, the patron boon.
I have the one from the DMG. I'm going to post it in D&D Beyond or Discord.
Group patron. Says at level 5.
The boon of irresistible offense sounds pretty darn tootin' good to me.
Oh, yeah. Bypass damage resistances of any creature.
I think that's a touch more powerful than what I had intended.
So you want boons, not epic boons?
Yes.
You said epic boon.
Well, if you could point me to the boon, not epic boon section, I'd be
Yeah,
happy to
'cause
read
I'm-
the list.
Yeah.
There's boons in the players section. I just searched boon in D&D Beyond and they came up.
Sovereign quests. Building
it still comes up with epic boons when I searched. I'm having a hard time finding something that's not an epic boon.
And I don't know Tasha's well enough to know exactly where it is.
All right, I just put one from the player's handbook in. But that might be class thing for me. Whoops, wrong. Ignore that one.
Academy.
Chapter 2 under group patrons.
Ah. At 5th level, you gain one supernatural gift as described in the treasure chapter of the Dungeon Master's Guide. So it's supernatural gift. So DMG. Let's see if
If you look in the Discord channel, I've got it posted, the link.
supernatural
so
gifts.
blessing. Yes. Under
Blessings.
supernatural
There
gifts,
you
there's
go.
blessings and charms.
There you go. There's a list of basic blessings, and you can do things that are like these. So the examples are you could get a boost to one of your scores, taking it up to a maximum of 22. You could get a +1 bonus to AC. You could get advantage on saving throws against spells. You could get a blessing of weapon enhancement, which turns a non-magical weapon in your possession to a +1 weapon whenever you wield it. This is... Where does it list the...
I'll take the blessing of magic resistance.
Magic resistance? Okay, so put that on your sheet.
I'm going to take the AC boost.
Okay.
Because I need the AC boost.
All right, so you have a blessing of protection That's a +1 bonus to your AC, and then +1 to all your saving throws. It functions like the ring of protection.
Nice.
Hi, guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, you're just in time. You almost missed out on a boon.
Oh, ooh,
A
I
blessing.
am.
Sorry.
I am extremely sorry. I am like.
In puppy heaven.
Dude, you got a new dog.
It is. This one is worse than having a fucking kid. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. There's a reason why I only have one kid, and like, oh my god, so much dog shit. like she doesn't know how to say, hey, I need to go outside, you know. So she just goes, and the warning is like maybe 5 seconds. And like last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, we heard her crying, and then the smell hit us, and it was horrible. Oh my god, oh my god. But she's cute as fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dripper.
And his
Oh.
horrific dog stories.
Yeah. Shit everywhere. I don't know how much time I have, to be honest, but I will play for as long as I can.
Do you want to know what happened? While Phil and Trish do their thing, I can give you a quick rundown.
Okay.
We just killed the Bleat, and then we ended up going back to Easthaven, where our storage room was. We opened the storage room. There's nothing there except for Sanhar. Tia asked Sanhar, where's our stuff? And Sanhar says, I moved it. Follow me. So we all follow him. He goes out of the storage room, closes the door, opens the door, and goes back in. And we follow him, and we're at the Wanderer's Rest. And sitting at the bar is my patron, Nave. And Nave grants us a boon. She needs us here, and she's the reason why we ended up here. And now we're just sorting out what the boon is. Actually the last link I posted in the D&D Beyond channel.
Yeah, the blessing. So there are some examples. The typical blessing mimics the properties of a wondrous item. And we did talk about this a little while back. But I don't know if you picked what you wanted.
No, I don't. I don't think I have.
Where on my page do I put this?
I would put it on features and traits.
Okay.
And then you need to remember that if I'm casting spells on you, then you need to say, oh, I have magic resistance. And then you roll with advantage on those.
You're going on a huge limb here, Phil.
Yep.
You had said it mimics, or an example is it mimics a wondrous item.
Yep.
Can I absorb the belt?
You want to absorb the belt. So turn the belt from an attunement item to part of who you are.
Yeah. Wouldn't be able to hand me down anymore.
No. But you would
But-
have a free attunement slot.
Yeah,
That would set his strength to 25.
already is.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of I can't lose the belt now, and then effectively I get an extra slot to use.
It's the equivalent of taking the 1 feat from Matt's book that gives you an extra attunement slot. So yeah, I dig that. It's not too over the top. It just makes it so that no one's stealing your belt from you.
I could get mugged.
And he gets another attunement slot then?
Well, it would free up the slot that it's using.
So he only has the 3 attunement slots, but the belt that used to take a slot doesn't anymore. What would you call that?
Blessing of giant strength.
Okay. Yes, these are called blessings. Darn it! I closed the book.
I really like the weapon enhancement, but later on in levels, I get something like that where it adds radiant damage to everything I hit. So that doesn't really do much other than a +1. Not to say that a +1 weapon isn't awesome.
Supernatural gift.
It's that marshmallow exercise.
Yours is called the Blessing of Understanding, dear. And so that can your wisdom can now go up to 22. So when you hit it level 8, you can give it another boost if you want. All right. Any ideas there, Dripper?
So, not really.
The simplest is to take a stat boost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what, 22, right?
Yeah, it would take your max up to 22, and it would give you 2 points. So if you're already sitting at 20, then you'd be at 22. If you're at 18, then you would go to 20 with the potential to go to 22.
Yeah, I'm already at 20. What does 22 give me? An extra +1, right?
An extra +1, yeah. And it makes your dex saving throws better.
That's why I took it, because the wisdom, my astral arms use wisdom. So I went from a 4 to 5, so all of my astral arms just went up 1.
Snazzy. Is there some sort of AoE when you pop those out?
Yep.
There is, yeah.
And they've got a spell save against her wisdom to resist it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, with a boost to your wisdom, your spell save should have gone up by 1 too. You may have to check. It may not be applying your Iron Stone properly. Because I think it was at 16. Yeah.
So I'm just going to change it manually.
Yeah, so I think it should be a 17 now.
17? Why?
It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus
That's 12.
plus
5.
your wisdom.
So 17.
Yeah.
All right. You're right.
And you're including your proficiency from the gem, right? Okay.
The iron stone,
Yeah. Dang, I like the Resilio Sync library. That was quite helpful just now. I don't have to run around my house and find the actual books.
So you say that it mimics a wondrous item, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I went to the magic item list on D&D Beyond. And I started
Yeah.
sorting through it, and then when I saw a wondrous item, I was like, "Wait a second, I have a belt." Spur of the moment thing. Because if it were an epic boon, it would be True Sight.
Yep. But epic is a touch too strong. I think maybe we'll hit epic at 12.
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, True Sight. Okay. What about something that can like almost what are those called? Something like spider climbing
Oh, okay.
kind of thing. Okay, all right, but like I want to be able to like basically walk on walls.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that would be
Right? Like
the blessing of spider climbing. And then we just have a quick look at the spider climb boots to make sure that those are
Slippers of spider climbing. When you wear these light shoes, you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings, leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. However, slippers do not allow you to move this way on a slippery surface, such as one covered by ice or oil. Basic rules, page 200.
is that what you want?
I think that sounds neat. I think I'd be able to do something with that.
Okay.
Right?
So
I'm not. You know me. I'm not looking to gain all this power. I just want to be able to do cool shit. You
Yeah.
know, right?
yeah,
Right?
The bird that
cinematically
runs up the
entertaining
tree.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Think like Legolas, except I can do it upside down. And
Crouching
when I-
tiger, hidden dragon.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Stand sideways with your feet on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah.
ninja shit.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I dig
Exactly.
it. So you put that on your sheet as blessing of spider climb, and then reference the spider climb or the slippers of what?
Should I
Slippers of
just
spider climbing.
add slippers of spider climbing to my inventory just so that we can have it as a reference point?
You could.
But not attuned. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just add them so that if we have questions about how it works, we can reference that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that belt, I clicked on customize and I said absorbed as a blessing of blah, 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 freeing an attunement slot. And then I turned off the attunement.
And it didn't shut the belt off for giving you the right strength.
Oh, totally. It shuts the belt off. So I had to use the override on the stat
Okay.
because you can't go beyond 18 when you enter your stats. The override works.
Okay, cool. Do I
Bill
have to
gets away
attune?
with not giving me anything but an attunement slot.
Oh, there's no attunement to these. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, there is.
No, to the slippers. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay,
are.
right. Yeah, I see it now.
But
Sorry, it wasn't in the right spot.
you have a blessing, so it's not taking up an attunement spot.
Cool.
All right. So you
Wow,
guys
sussed out my roll 20 sheet. That was a bit challenging.
Okay, so we're back home. Does that mean that we can have a rest?
if you want, yeah.
At least a short rest?
Or a long
I
rest.
say a long. Let's have a long rest.
rest?
And while you guys are doing that,
I like the purple souls.
purple souls.
Oh, on the boots.
I use the Averade bot to look up the item and throw it in our D&D channel on Discord. I totally forget about that sometimes. just apostrophe item and then part of the name, and it'll say, "Do you mean this?" And then spit out the stats for the item, provided it's a book that's linked in our account.
Yeah, first night we had the puppy, had me up till 3 o'clock in the morning. Like horrible.
And
But,
poor Spencer only gets a cat jumping on his head.
wait till the cat steps right here on your neck when you're dead asleep, and you wake up choking.
It's really quick. He springboards off the bed to get to the windowsill.
Oh, it's a good thing he didn't just give me slippers to Sparta climbing. I'd have to ditch my boots of the Winterland.
Yeah, that wouldn't work good.
Well, no, I would use the slippers kind of like socks, right? And I'd put them into the boots.
Downtime activities 127.
Is there a change in XP? Are we all still level 5?
You're all still
We
level
are.
5.
So fun.
And what's the new XP value?
7
I'm pretty sure I put it in the Roll20 chat.
7695. Or Phil, now that he's back, do we go down?
Nope. He wasn't around for the fight.
What's that?
But I guess you weren't around for the fight, so we all got more experience because we each shared it equally. But then when you come back, you get the experience anyways.
All right. So, as you guys are back, it's time to see how well your business did. So, one of you can
Yes.
roll with advantage a D100, or two of you can roll D100s. And we'll take the highest roll.
Who feels luckiest?
You roll, Carissa.
No, my fighting rolls were terrible.
All right. Sil's got one.
50.
Oh,
Well-
Trish just went before me.
Trish got in first. All right.
And that's what he said?
I don't know, he's got.
All right. Trish, give me a D6. All right. Your business while you guys were gone. Is that per day? Let's say it is. Your business while you were gone made you a profit of $100, 100 gold.
Yay!
What?
I was just going to ask what the conversion rate was, dollars to gold. So
All right, so do we want to try and invest it back into our company? Oh, I brought meat back. Or did we do that
Yes.
last time?
We've got smoked meats and things like that to add.
So you guys spend time.
40 pounds of smoked saber meat and 25 pounds of smoked boar meat.
So you guys arrange the new meats in your shop. Talk with Senar about cooking them, and with your other gentleman who's helping you run the bar, the Scrimshander, who I don't have a mini for. I could fix that at some point. And go ahead and take a long rest. And
Since we're resting, I'm going to use my embroidery thread and embroidery on a needle on my my cloak.
Okay.
Embroider on my cloak.
What are you putting on your cloak?
Swirlies and filigrees and stuff.
Lowen Einhar. That's who we have.
Thank you. I'm going to. Lowen Einhar runs the bar. All right. Your Sanar explains to you guys that to transition between facilities, you just need to walk out and then think of the building you want to go to. And then as you open the door, it should take you to one of your other buildings that you own.
That's pretty cool.
So we have like instant teleportation between our stuff. That's awesome.
Just the 3 buildings that we own?
To the 3 buildings you own, yeah.
Awesome.
Which isn't too terrible because you guys have Icewind Dale pretty much covered. You can jump to Lonelywood, to Caer Dineval, or to Dugan's Hole, as long as you're in any one of those towns. The farthest place for you guys to get to is Bryn Shander.
Phil, can you retell me those 3 again? Lonelywood,
Lonelywood, Caer Dineval,
And Dugan's Hole.
and Dugan's Hole. Caer Dineval is where you guys put
Wanderer's Retreat.
And then all I have for your place in Dugan's Hole is the storage room. And Sanar does say he thinks that if you guys continue to gain power and influence in the area, you may be able to allow other people to use this travel network, which would let the people from Dugan's Hole come here for supper.
Ooh.
So
that is a really good business opportunity.
Yeah, I thought it was cool when I thought it up.
But only to our buildings, not like use it to the trader can pay us to go from place to place to do trading?
They might be able to. There's no reason why no reason why they would have to go home immediately.
It'd be a safe trade route for the interim.
The other thing too is that when people are away, they can handle the moving of goods and services of goods between our buildings and stuff.
Yep.
It's a key reason for us to be away.
Yep. Someone is off doing business.
Which is what I've been doing for the last 2 episodes. Sorry.
All right. So you guys have 1 town left to search, and you're also starting to hear things about what's happening in the area. 10 town rumors. Tall tale. It's the tall tales that I want. So one of the things that you're hearing as you're sitting around your bar is that there is an old black cabin. No one really knows who built it. Some people say that it's haunted, but they've heard that there's a gnome in Bryn Shander who claims that magical experiments are being performed there. This gnome's name is Copper, and you can find him in Bryn Shander at the House of the Morning Lord.
Lysander,
Mhm.
right?
One of the other things that you're hearing about is apparently there is a pirate ship that is frozen um, northwest out of Bremen. It's frozen in ice about a quarter mile from shore. No one's quite sure where it came from, but the buzz is that potentially there's treasure aboard.
Treasure.
I like treasure.
Mhm.
I like treasure.
I'm playing with my little door frame as we talk about treasure.
I don't care about that one. Um, and the one of the other rumors that you pick up is frost giants used to rule this land a long time ago, and their leaders, the Yarls, would meet atop a hill to settle disputes. Their thrones still rest on that hill, and so the locals tell you that there's a town or a landmark in the area called the Yarl Moot. I'm gonna throw you guys over here. Wow, it's taking some time to load. And the Yarl Moot is west of Bremen and Brynshender, quite a ways. I'll throw that on your map here. Do you guys see it?
Yarl Moot, Chapter 2.
Yarl Moot.
This is like a Wheel of Time book.
Mm-hmm.
Long chapters.
Yeah. So technically, once you guys finish with Easthaven, that's the end of all of the stuff in Chapter 1. You've already done some Chapter 2 stuff because you were close to it.
So, Easthaven is where again?
Actually, I should throw that up on the map for you guys too.
Because that's where I think we're going next, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or do you want to try follow some of these other rumors we've heard?
Easthaven.
Well, we all like the pirate ships.
Easthaven is the last of the 10 towns, and it is over here. It's
By Lake Dinner's here.
Yep, it's at the end of the Eastway, and you could get there by jumping to Caerdinaval, which would get then it would take you about 9 hours to get there, or you could jump to Dugan's Hole, and it would take you about 8.5 hours to get to Easthaven from Dugan's Hole.
Town are we in right now? I guess it doesn't matter.
You're in Lonelywood.
Oh, we're in Lonelywood. Okay.
So we also need to start. I'd like to have a chat with you guys. We have to get some advertising about the traveling from our restaurants. So we should probably take care of that as well,
Well,
or ask Lowen
We're
if
not
he'd
able to have other people travel yet. We need more popularity. But we can travel. But he said if we become more popular, then we might be able to let other people travel.
Powerful.
More powerful.
So we need to acquire more locations and all the rest of that fun stuff. Okay, gotcha.
Well, it looks like then I'm interested in buying property in Bremen and Easthaven.
Because that puts you out at the two far ends there.
And we have some rumors out of Bremen, and we have not been to Easthaven yet.
That's correct.
Maybe we should go to Easthaven first.
Maybe, and then we could also look about getting some property there. So what do you think? Pop to Kirdinival first or Dugan's Hole?
Crickets.
We don't have any staff at Dugan's Hall yet for the building we have there, but it's just a storage unit at the
We
moment.
only have a storage unit, so it's nothing.
It's a depot.
That's fine. If we go to Dugan's Hole, it's half an hour early, half an hour quicker. And when we go to Goodmead, we could look around there to see maybe there's something we could buy or barter for.
Mhm.
And where did you say the black cabin was?
The black cabin is just north of Lonelywood, apparently.
We could do that now. I know that the dwarf in Brinchander knows something, but that's a little ways away.
We did the East. No, we have a quest to go to Easthaven. Easthaven has a powerful magic item. We just don't know what it is yet.
We're already here in Lonelywood, and we can knock off the black cabin, because if that's where a bunch of magic is being cast, that might lead us on the back to finding Oral. I am okay with
But
anything.
just because the black cabin's here, the gnome is in Brinchander. We could go there.
We've got two choices.
We have
Yeah.
4 choices.
Yeah, 4 or 5 choices.
Was it 4 or was it 5?
Yarl
Was I going to say
Moot,
just
Dark Duchess, Black Cabin,
roll a die?
Easthaven, and have you guys heard about anything else?
Yeah, the only other thing I've got on my list that we've heard about is that they are burning Wizards of the Stake. And there was some weird comment south of town a week ago, but I don't know which town I wrote that from. Weird languages.
Where are the wizards being burned again? I remember this, but I don't have a note on where.
It's the
Oh.
Arcane Brotherhood that are trying to take over the 10 towns. But
Oh, I heard wizards are given steak. I was just going to be like, let's go there. That one sounds. I didn't hear burned at the stake.
I've thrown the spaceship on your map too. It's called. It was called Id Ascendant. It's to the south of Dugan's Hole there.
yep, awesome.
I should pop this over to the map.
Rebecca, have you done your medicine at all today? Medicine. Did you? Sorry.
It's fine.
Did you take the pill? Do your cream on your pizza, please.
Steve, where are we going?
Yeah.
It's up to me. Okay. Let's go to Easthaven. Let's go to Dugan's Hold and then travel up to Easthaven.
Okay.
Done.
All right. The trip back to Dugan's Hole is a little bit disorienting as you step out of the Wanderer's Rest and then back into your storage room that you had purchased. And the trip between Dugan's Hole and Goodmead takes about 4 hours and is fairly uneventful. It looks like there's starting to be, with you guys having contributed as you have to dealing with the problems in town, there's starting to be a little bit more travel between the towns, which is keeping the roads a little bit safer. As you guys get to Goodmead, are you doing anything?
Asking around about property.
As you look around in Goodmead, there don't seem to be very many places for sale. Goodmead has the meat industry employs most of the people in town, and so there hasn't been a lot of shutdown with the constant darkness.
So we'll have to think about something that this town needs,
Mhm.
so we can meet their needs here. But at the moment,
At the moment, they've got a building that they're keeping warm with wood and some druids that are providing flowers for them, and so they are making their way through this darkness um, fairly well.
all right.
Sounds good. All right, let's carry on to Easthaven.
Let's roll out.
All right, Easthaven looks like this.
Oh, it's big.
It's one of the larger towns in the 10 towns. Easthaven has continued to grow and reinvent itself, and including working on the paving of the Eastway, which is the road that leads to Easthaven. As you guys come into town, you do notice that from the center of town, there's a large column of smoke rising.
That can't be good. We've only found limited things that have fire in town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should we head that direction?
Yes.
As you head towards the smoke, you discover that there's a scaffolding sort of set up out in front of the town hall, and there is a large crowd of people sort of gathered around. And on that scaffolding is the remains of a human body that is completely engulfed in flame. And the people of the town are sort of coming in close and warming themselves by the fire. It's kind of a quiet and a grim spectacle.
I'm so tempted.
As you guys are watching the spectacle, you see a woman in a tailored coat and a fur hat head in your direction. Introduces herself as Imdra Arlagath, the captain of Easthaven's militia. And she asks if there's anything that she can do to help you.
Imdra or Indra? I'm just trying to spell it.
Good question. Imdra. Imdra. That's her first name. Her last name is Arlagath. Arlaggath.
Hey, thanks.
She is a half-elf lady, and she carries insignia on her collar that looks sort of formal. It looks like she has some type of official position with the town.
Why did you burn somebody?
She sort of gestures over her shoulder and she says, "That is the wizard Dazan. And he's the worst kind of criminal. He hired some adventurers to help him find something. Um, when he found it, he killed them and anyone that they had talked to. Um, so we decided that that kind of um, capricious evil didn't need to be part of life here in the never-ending winter. And yeah, we captured
What did
him, bound him, and burnt him.
um what was he what did he hire people to go and find?
He made a lot of noise when he came to town about looking for um, old relics, um, relics of ancient civilizations, and apparently, specifically the Nethril civilization. Um, and he, apparently, he was successful in finding something, and the he repaid the adventurers who helped him with death.
Do you know where the relic is now?
I don't know.
Where was he staying?
Um, we're not sure. The When he came to town last, he came from the east. Um, Actually, he crossed the lake. So I imagine that the uh, artifact or whatever it is that he found is over in that direction. But if you're interested in dealing with troubles that the communities are dealing with, um, we actually have a problem that could use some attention. Um, Four of our fishermen have been missing for about a week, and we're quite worried about them. The With the lake slowly freezing over, it's definitely hard to navigate. Um, but uh, I could give you a general guideline as to where I think they were, and you could look for them.
Sounds like something we could do. How urgent is this? How long have they been gone?
A week. They've been missing for a week. I don't have a lot of room in the budget for rewards, but I did get some things from the wizard before we burnt him that I would be willing to turn over to you guys if you were to find the missing fisherman.
That sounds enticing. Also, while we're talking about rewards and whatnot, do you happen to have any spare real estate that's available for purchase?
She kind of looks at you strangely and says, "Oh, in a town as large as Easthaven, someone's always selling. Um, I could. Is there anything specific that you're looking for?"
Look around to the rest of you guys.
Well, are we in the bar business? Right?
In hospitality.
Hospitality.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bar if they could get to a bar from there. That's all that matters, right? So it could be something else. But because there's, if it was like a store or something, then you could go there or to the restaurant. Or, but if it was another bar, then do you really want to travel from bar to bar? I guess I don't. Maybe you want a bar hop for the night or whatever.
Fastest bar crawl ever. Out the door, back in. Out the door, back in.
So a bar if it's available, something other for hospitality, if not.
A store wouldn't be a bad idea either, because we do collect a fair amount of goods that are worthy of sale.
Well, we've got a store in the bottom of one of our bars already, anyways. But maybe we could.
That's a special store.
Yeah.
Mhm. You're not even sure if other people can go to that store. It's
There can be only one.
yeah, it's a little it's difficult to get to through the storeroom, and the uh, proprietor of the store is only partially there, anyways. Sort of similar to what Nave was doing, where she was see through.
Yeah.
Let's go find them, and then we'll talk real estate after.
Okay. With you having agreed to go look for the fisherman, she offers to have you guys put up at the White Lady Inn. You have been traveling all day, so it's you could keep going and look, but you're going to be battling exhaustion soon.
Long rest it is.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with that.
Okay. As you come into the White Lady Inn, you see standing in the middle of the common room on a table is a halfling. And he yells out, "I am Ronaldo, the bard, and I am conducting a séance this evening in the back room of the inn to speak with the lady of the lake. Her husband was a miser who kept his treasure in a heavily locked chest that never left his side. Perhaps she knows where the chest ended up when their boat capsized. We live in dark times. Perhaps this white lady can help us. Anyone curious to what she has to say?"
I am.
So you guys have a nice meal of knucklehead trout. It's quite fishy. Probably fished out of Lac dinners here. And Ronaldo invites those of you who would like to attend into a back room where there is smoke coming out from underneath the door. Smells quite heavily of incense. Who is attending?
I'll go.
Me.
Okay. I guess the better question is anyone not going? Other than Steve, who's missing. All right. So as you enter the back room, smoke from burning incense clouds the room. Multicolored lamps and silks are hung from the rafters. The light of several candles illuminates a circle of uncomfortable-looking guests sitting cross-legged on the floor. Ronaldo pushes back the sleeves of his robes, raises his hands, closes his eyes, and intones, "Lady who watches from the lake, come to us in our darkest hour. Tell us what you've seen." And after a moment of silence, thick frost begins to form on the inside of the room's windows, turning them opaque, and the candles begin to go out one by one. Ronaldo seems to get quite excited, and he says to everyone at the seance, "Reach out to the lady at the lake." Um, so what is Heels doing as Ronaldo is encouraging you to make contact with the other side of the veil?
I'm trying to reach out to say hi to my dad.
Okay. Um, you reach out and um you have your shrine back at home. You know what it feels like to commune with your father. Um, he doesn't always have a lot of time for you, but when you reach out, you know that you're being heard. You don't get that feeling here. Something about this is not connecting to the oh look at the puppy. It's
Oh
not
my
connecting to
gosh!
the infernal plane. Look at you.
Hi, Freya!
Oh man.
That shit bucket.
Hit a pooper.
She's pooping all over the place.
What a cute pooper. She's a cute pooper.
Did you just
Yeah.
you just put her down
Sorry.
and she stayed in your lap? That's a good
Yeah,
dog.
she doesn't move a whole lot yet. Like she's bigger than Loki was
Mhm.
when you guys saw him when we brought him home. But she um like her brain isn't there. Right? She doesn't
She
move a
doesn't
whole
look
lot
like
and
she's
stuff.
with it.
Yeah.
Is that just an
Yeah.
age thing?
Yeah, it's just a puppy thing,
Okay.
right? Yeah, like their brains aren't formed yet, right? It's just like having an infant, you know. Like I could put her here, and she will stay here until I move her, right? Like,
Oh, the good puppers.
She's adorable.
yeah, yeah. But I'm sorry, I have to go uh, for the day. I can't leave my wife dealing with a teenage dog and this dog and stuff.
We
It's
just joined
ridiculous.
a
He's such a
seance.
handful.
You're okay.
Yeah. I understand if the
Oh,
seance is
okay.
making you uncomfortable and you have to leave.
Yes, my very strong Christian values definitely definitely object. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do you need to go pee? Okay, I gotta take her out. You guys have a good day. I'm really sorry. Next week I should be okay.
Next week we won't be around. We're helping somebody
Okay,
move.
okay,
So
that works.
next week is canceled.
Should we move to bi-weekly now at this stage in the game?
I think that
Yeah.
might be a
I
plan.
Also, sorry, I
Oh.
need like 2 or 3 minutes because this one won't stop chewing on things, so I have to take her up and feed her. I'll be back.
Let's take
Yeah,
a
my dog
five
just
minute
bit my hand.
ouch. Let's take a 5 minute bio break.
Okay,
Okay.
Sounds good.
okay. You have a good day. Um,
Bye. See you in 2 weeks online.
Yeah.
okay, 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah. Maybe before that for a beer or something, eh, guys?
Yeah.
Totes.
Ow.
Outside, yeah.
Oh, okay. Catherine, how you doing? Okay. Trish and I are kind of the same, actually. Would would you and Spence be totally heartbroken if we called it here? Okay. Yep.